Across the country, inventory levels are going up, but is that the case in Hudson County? Hi, my name is Geraldine Ciaccia. I am a real estate agent based in Hoboken, New Jersey, and today I'm going to go over what exactly is happening in Hudson County. If during this video you decide you'd like to go a little deeper on your particular home, there are a few options in the description for you to connect with me. For all the markets, they all are kind of set up the same way. We have this chart here, and you can see the market type right from the start. So Hoboken right now, condominiums, we are in a seller's market. Some of the indicators that let us know though that we're in a seller's market are the fact that the months of inventory is 1.63. So that means that if all the homes were to sell that are currently on the market and no new homes were added, they would sell in less than 2 months. But something to notice is that inventory has gone up. It's not that much. It's only 11%, but there is an uptick in inventory. The next thing that we look at is the median days on the market. And again, that's gone up a little bit by 10%, but it's still 11 days. 11 days is very fast. So that means that as soon as a home hits the market, 11 days later, the seller is accepting an offer. The last metric I like to look at, and also very indicative that it is a seller's market, is the list versus sold price. Right now, homes are selling 102.8%. So that means they're selling 2.8% over list price. Again, indicative of a seller's market. And as I've said before, I don't really look at the median sales price. That could be something you could look at if you're going to look at maybe year over year, or if you want to look at a trend looking from, say, 2018 until now, you're going to see that that will be an upward trajectory. When you're looking at month over month, the median sold price is really just not a good indicator. Next up is the single family market in Hoboken. Now, we don't have a lot of inventory. The last time I checked, which was earlier today, there is only one active listing. That's why we don't get a lot of information in this tool that I'm using. And you can see the months of inventory, it's just a flat line. That's because there is no inventory. So if you're a homeowner and you're thinking about selling your single family home, now's a great time. There's nothing on the market. Next up is the downtown Jersey City condominium market. As I've said before, the market is a little skewed. There is a lot of inventory on the market right now, but that is not because there is inventory. There are a couple of buildings that are allowing inventory to age, but you can't go see them. So they're not available for showing. They're just in the MLS. So it's kind of messing up the data for downtown Jersey City. Despite that, though, we are still in a seller's market. And like I said, there are other indicators we can look at. The list versus sold price. Properties are selling at 98.8%, which is very close to list price, indicative of a seller's market. And the other big indicator to look at is the median days on the market. And although it's gone up a little bit, 18 days is really fast. So within 18 days, when a homeowner or condominium owner puts their property on the market, that seller is accepting an offer within 18 days. So again, very indicative of a seller's market, regardless of the fact that we have a lot of inventory on the market. And again, like I said, you could always look at this chart. We're in a seller's market. Next up is the multifamily market in downtown Jersey City. You can see we have 2 months of inventory. It's still a seller's market. 2 months is a little longer than I think a lot of us expect, but it's still really fast. Also, another indicator that we're in a seller's market is that the median days on the market is 20 days. So sellers are accepting offers within 20 days of homes being on the market. And the final indicator is the list versus sold price. We're currently selling properties 2% below list price. Next up is the multifamily market in Bayonne. And that market is definitely moving quickly. We have 1.24 months of inventory, and that's actually gone down. It's a nominal amount, but it is going down. The list versus sold price, properties are selling 2% over list price. And lastly, the median days on the market, although it's gone up about almost 20%, 17.65%, it is still a very fast moving market. And you can see it on the chart. Indicator is very far to the left, very far to the seller's market. Next up is the single family market in Bayonne. And that also is a quick moving market. Inventory has gone up a little bit. So right now we have 2.27 months of inventory. So if all the homes were to sell and no new single family homes hit the market, they would all sell out in a little over 2 months. And again, the chart is showing you that we are very much in a seller's market. And then the last two indicators that we like to look at is the list versus sold price, and properties are selling 2.7% over list price, and the median days on the market, 21. Again, a really quick moving market in Bayonne. Moving on to the multifamily market in Jersey City Heights. That's another quick moving market, but we are seeing a slight little shift because I think last month it was more over here, the seller's market indicator, and now we're kind of moving over a little bit. And then the months of inventory are at 2 months. But the big indicators showing that we are in a seller's market are the fact that properties are selling 2.7% over list price, and the median days on the market continues to track down over 35%. Currently, homes are selling within 11 days. So another market, I would say JC Heights, multifamily, very quick moving market. Moving on to the condominium market in JC Heights, we are definitely seeing an increase in inventory. This is probably, out of all the markets, I would say JC Heights is probably one of the more balanced markets. One of those markets that as a home buyer, you would have an opportunity versus other markets if you're looking for a condominium in Hudson County. Even though the inventory is creeping up, we still are in a seller's market. So the list versus sold price is basically flat. Properties are selling what they're listed for, generally speaking. And then the last indicator is the median days on the market. That has gone up almost 30%, and it's 22. So we're still in a seller's market, but I will tell you that there is a lot of really nice inventory for condominiums in JC Heights. A lot of builders coming in, so there's a lot of new construction. You can get a really nice condominium in JC Heights for a good price. Moving on to the Greenville area of Jersey City, focusing on the multifamily market, we are seeing a slight increase in the months of inventory. Again, 3%, it's really nothing. We're at 3.29. You can see that we are still in a seller's market, but the bar is showing that we're closer to a balanced market. But again, there's a lot of indicators here that are putting us very much still in a seller's market. The list versus sold price, properties are selling a little bit over list price. And then the median days on the market are 19. So properties are selling in less than a month. It is interesting though, because all three of these indicators are tracking up. Now, these 2 months of inventory and median days on the market, if they continue to track up, then we will see this moving more into a balanced market. But right now, very much a seller's market in the Greenville area for multifamilies. Next up are the single family homes in Greenville. And again, that actually is a little more hot than the multifamily. So you can see the months of inventory is 2.25. The list versus sold price, properties are selling pretty much at list price. So when a homeowner puts their property on the market, they are selling it for that price. And lastly, the median days on the market is 22. Again, a really quick moving market, not much of a change here. Moving on to the single family market in North Bergen, there's a lot of interesting information going on in this market. Right now, we are still very much in the seller's market, but one of the things to look at is the median days on the market, and that's gone up 50%. That's kind of indicative that we are shifting over to a balanced market. It'll be interesting because across the country, inventory levels are creeping up. So right now, we are not in that position. If this continues to climb up, then we're going to see this climb up, the months of inventory. So the longer homes sit on the market, and if more homes get added, then naturally the months of inventory is going to go up. But right now, we're very much in a seller's market, and I can say that if a home looks good and is priced right, it is going to sell. And that's actually the case whether we're in a seller's market, a buyer's market, or a balanced market. It really doesn't matter. Moving on to the multifamily market in North Bergen. Again, very much a seller's market. Months of inventory is 1.71. List to sold price, properties are selling 1.6% over list price. Again, indicative of a seller's market. And lastly, the median days on the market is 13. And that actually went down almost 60%. So North Bergen continues to be a really strong market with homes selling rather quickly and over asking when we look at the multifamily market. Next up is Union City, and we're in the multifamily market. Months of inventory, 2.31. A little bit longer than some of the other places we've looked at today, but still very much a seller's market. List versus sold price. Properties are selling pretty much at list price. And lastly, the median days on the market, that's 49. So these two numbers kind of go together, the months of inventory and the median days on the market. And it's kind of clear that even though we're still in a seller's market, it kind of makes sense that the months of inventory did go up a little bit because the median days in the market at 49, even though it did go down, is high for what we're used to lately. I think most of the towns in Hudson County, properties are going pending under contract within 30 days. So this kind of makes sense right here. Next up is the condominium market in Union City. And this is, again, still a seller's market. You can tell by the chart, but you can also tell, the months of inventory, although 2 might seem like a lot, it really isn't. List versus sold price, properties are selling 1% over list price. And lastly, the days on the market is 35. And so this is kind of interesting because it went up 170%. So, let's see what happens next month. Let's see if that, eventually if we start seeing this go up and then this shifting over. But right now that's just not happening. Looking at the single family market in Union City, that is kind of interesting because we're still in a seller's market, but the months of inventory is 3. So we have 3 months worth of inventory on the market. The list versus sold price, properties are selling 4.4% over list price. So that's not unheard of for one property. And actually, it's not unheard of for properties to go like 10, 20% over list price. The interesting thing here, 4.4% as the median, that's a lot. And then lastly, in the single family market in Union City, properties are selling in 31 days. So we're still in the seller's market, but you can kind of see because this is 2.97 and this is 31, the location of the arrow on the seller's chart is a little closer to the balanced market. It's still pretty far away, but it is closer than some of the other markets we've looked at. Looking at the single family market in Secaucus, this market has been on fire for a while and it continues to be on fire. And you can see the months of inventory, 1.38. Again, kind of lines up with where the chart is. The list versus sold price, properties are selling a little bit over list price right now. And then the median days on the market is 16. But I will tell you that if a property is priced well and it looks well in Secaucus, it is going fast. Now, if we look at the condominium townhouse market in Secaucus, that too is moving really quickly. We are in a seller's market. It's not as hot as the single family market, but we are still very much in a seller's market. The months of inventory, 2.38. List versus sold price, 99.8%. So properties are selling pretty much at list price. And lastly, 18 days on the market. Really quick. It's interesting. It went up 100%, but it's still really a quick moving market, the condominium market in Secaucus.